please.
Residence number 9, Carpio Compound, Soldiers Hills, Muntinlupa. Married.
May we be allowed to proceed, Your Honor?
You have the floor. You can proceed, Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Madam Ombudsman is being presented, Your Honor. First, to prove that he has an interest against Chief Justice Corona, the respondent in this case. To show that the Honorable Ombudsman is currently conducting an investigation against Chief Justice Corona, especially with respect to his alleged foreign dominated bank accounts in the aggregate value of $10 million. To prove further that there is no evidence or basis whatsoever for the imputation that CJ Corona has foreign denominated bank accounts in the aggregate amount of $10 million, and to prove that the Honorable Ombudsman investigation is illegal, baseless, and not in accordance with the Constitution.
In other words, you are considering this witness as a hostile witness?
Right, Your Honor.
Then comply with Section 12 of Rule 132.
Well, the fact that the witness, Your Honor, had made statements both in the TV and the radio, castigating or commenting on the propriety of the ombudsman, on the propriety of the Chief Justice, Your Honor, to continue.
Counsel, wait. I'm not trying to hurry you up, but whatever was said outside this court is not evidence. I will read to you the rule. A witness may be considered as unwilling or hostile only if so declared by the court upon adequate showing of his or her adverse interest and justified reluctance to testify, or his or her having misled the party into calling him as or her to the witness stand. So please comply with that requirement.
There are two kinds in our humble submission, Your Honor, of hostile witnesses. First is one who is introduced right from the beginning, is a hostile interest because of the interest he has in connection with the subject matter of the complaint, together with the person of the respondent. And secondly, a witness who had been presented as an ordinary witness, but who turned hostile in the course of the proceedings, in which case we may ask for a ruling on the part of the court that he is a hostile witness in view of the statements made by him.
My understanding of the rules of evidence are the classes of witnesses: willing witness, unwilling witness, hostile witness, adverse with a party as a witness. So, can you cite to me the rule that you're using to justify in considering the ombudsman immediately as a hostile witness? Is not an adverse party to this case.
Yes, Your Honor,
The presumption is the party producing a witness is producing the witness as a friendly witness.
well, that is our impression also, Your Honor, but a deeper analysis of the situation involved in hostile witnesses showed two different occasions whereby a witness may be considered hostile.
But precisely Section 12 requires you to lay the basis. Qualify your witness in the way that you want that witness to be treated on the witness stand, and let the court make the ruling.
Very well, Your Honor. We will proceed as directed, Your Honor.
So proceed.
Now, you are, Madam Witness, you are familiar with the De Castro case before the Supreme Court in connection with the qualification of the Honorable Chief Justice Corona.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that involves the validity of his appointment as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I understand from the records of the case that you were the lone dissenter insofar as the validity of the appointment is concerned.
That's right, Your Honor.
It is your contention then at that time that the Supreme Court has no authority, much less any power, to rule that the former or outgoing President of the Republic of the Philippines may appoint a Chief Justice to the position after a declaration, 2 days after the election, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
In a motion for reconsideration, you likewise sustained your stand as objecting to the qualification of, no, rather, not the qualification, but the power of the President to appoint the Chief Justice, Your Honor. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
In that motion for reconsideration, you cling to the view that GMA, or the Honorable ex-President Macapagal, has no authority, Arroyo has no authority to make the appointment, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. I always clung to my earlier decision if I thought that my decision for the first time was correct.
But knowing that the Supreme Court acts as a collegiate court, the majority did not sustain you, am I right?
Yes, Your Honor. And that is...
And the majority opinion declares that the President, in this particular case, can appoint, even notwithstanding the holding of an election and a determination that the winner of a winner in that election.
Yes, Your Honor.
And it is a time-honored practice that what governs the resolution of the issues involved in a case is the majority opinion.
That's right, Your Honor.
All right. So there is no further question as to the validity of the appointment, of the appointing power belonging to President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo.
You're asking me?
Yes.
Well, that's the decision of the majority of the Supreme Court. So we have to abide by the decision
That's correct.
of the majority.
That's correct. And you will agree with me that there is no power on earth that can modify, reverse, or much less set aside that decision of the Supreme Court.
The members who wrote the majority can always change their mind, Your Honor.
Yes, but that is not my question to you,
Yes,
Madam
there's no
Ombudsman.
power, you
Correct.
said, on earth who can reverse or change the decision of the Supreme Court. And
That's
I said the power emanates from those who want to change their mind.
Because judicial power belongs only to the Supreme Court.
That is a fact, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, notwithstanding that pronouncement made by the Supreme Court at the time, the President do not appear to be comfortable in accepting that kind of an official action.
Which President?
The present President.
I am not competent to answer that, Your Honor.
Yes, but you must have read in the papers, together with speeches over the radio and the television, or you are not aware of that?
I read them, but whether or not that is true, sometimes, reports get into the papers, but they are not exactly accurate.
Mr. President, may I raise an objection, please? Counsel for the prosecution.
What is the basis of the objection?
The defense counsel has been requested by the chair to qualify the witness as a hostile witness so that the chair, in turn, may declare the witness as such. The mere fact that the witness was the sole dissenter in the De Castro case does not qualify her as a hostile witness. As the chair correctly ruled, a hostile witness is one who is, number one, an adverse party, number two, an adverse party witness, number three, someone who is reluctant or does not want to testify, and number four, someone who is established to have an adverse interest to the accused.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
All of those situations
I'm sorry.
are not present, so that it is premature for the counsel of the defense to start impeaching the witness before she has been qualified as a hostile witness.
Well,
I'm just starting.
I have to sustain the objection, counsel. The first rule is a party producing a witness is not allowed to impeach his own witness. So objection sustained.
I'm not, if Your Honor, please, I'm not impeaching the witness. I'm laying the basis to show hostility and attitude on the part of the witness that qualifies her to be a hostile witness, Your Honor.
Then reform the questions. So, please.
All right. Now, I am not asking you about the truth of what the President Aquino have stated, that he does not like the Honorable Justice Corona to be occupying the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. But I'm asking you, my question to you is limited to the fact whether you are acquainted with those news spread over the TV,
Yes,
the radio.
I have read those news.
All right. And according, you also must have heard the fact that there was a statement by the Honorable President Aquino now that he is not willing to take his oath of office as a president before the Honorable Chief Justice.
That's right, Your Honor.
And as in fact, he made mention of the fact that he would rather take his oath before a barrio captain.
That's right, Your Honor.
If Your Honor, please, these questions are irrelevant to the adverse interest of the witness. They have nothing to do at all with the qualification of the witness as a hostile witness.
Qualifying the witness, Your Honor, is not borne out by one and only question, Your Honor.
Let the ombudsman, who is a very intelligent witness, answer the questions.
Thank you, Your Honor. Pakibasa nga yung question.
Yes, he said that early on he said he wanted to take his oath before a barangay captain. That's the question.
Yes, and there was also statements made by him that he will try his level best not to allow the Chief Justice Corona to continue occupying the position to which he was illegally appointed.
That I don't know.
You have not read it in the papers?
I could not recall reading that.
You do not recall also having heard it over the radio?
I seldom listen to the radio.
Counsel, may I suggest that you go direct to the point. Find out direct questions regarding the hostility of the witness towards the respondent. She's the ombudsman. She's investigating the respondent.
Okay then. Thank you, Your Honor. Now, in fact, he took his oath before the Honorable Ombudsman now.
That's a fact, Your Honor.
Yes. And that notwithstanding, Chief Justice Corona attended the oath taking. Is it
That's
not?
right, Your Honor. I
He was
witnessed
there.
him.
He was there.
Yes.
All right. Now, in the course of a certain event, like the Criminal Justice Summit, Your Honor, you must have read over the papers also, as reported, that there were statements made by the President against the Chief Justice.
Your Honor, please, may I object again? May I raise a continuing objection to this line of questioning? I do not see the point in establishing any hostility there may be between the President and the Chief Justice. We have the witness here as the Ombudsman.
Yes.
What's the connection between the Ombudsman and the President?
Well, at that time, Your Honor, we wanted to show how hostile the President was, and having acted that way led to the filing of this complaint for impeachment, Your
That's
Honor.
totally irrelevant, Your Honor.
We submit, Your Honor.
No.
We are only in the process of...
Let the witness answer. We will be very liberal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see the defense.
I think I
what
was
they-
abroad at the time. But eventually, I was told about